Hey, what's up, guys? Y'all, who cares? Come in, sit down. We got to talk, you guys. Remember, I said I was going live yesterday, okay? And it was about Diddy and it was about his court case and it has some exclusive tea. I put my ear to the street. I want to say this is based upon information and belief. I wanted to make sure that one, I have permission to talk about it, and two, it was not going to mess up anything in the Diddler's case. Y'all, my sources actually came through and listen, just like I told y'all about the apology, just like I told you about when Cassie's that horrible video was going to drop, and just like when I told you all that, I believe you can take this to the bank. And if I can't, then you can come back and say I told you so in a few months. But something tells me y'all naysayers going to be wanting an apology. Are y'all ready for this news? Okay, let me get to the point. But first I want to say thank you so much to Cheryl Chapman for becoming the newest member of the Tattletale fam. Okay. And also, you guys, just because there's like a lot of trolls around lately, I turned on subscribers only for the chat. If you want to chat, you can just subscribe to the channel really quick. You can unsubscribe after the chat if you just want to curse me out, but you got to subscribe to drag me. Okay. Okay. So where do we start? As you guys know, let me just do a little lead up for those of you guys that don't know me, don't know what I'm talking about. I promise I'll make this quick and I'll get to the point. Okay. Diddy is facing attempted murder charge with grand jury. We'll call it murking, right? Because you know YouTube. He is facing attempted murking charge. You guys, this is legit. We also know for a fact that Diddy is in New York City right now. Now, why he's in New York City, we're going to talk about that. He could be paying off friends. He could be paying visits to friends. He could just be enjoying the city. He could be giving his key back to Mayor Eric Adams. Or he could be taking that invitation the grand jury gave him to invite him to testify. On top of that, oh, y'all didn't know? Y'all didn't know. That's why Diddy literally lawyered up to the gills. They literally invited him to testify. You guys, this is on its last leg. Now, some people say that Diddy might be trying to grease hands and pay off friends. I don't know nothing about that, but I'm going to tell you what I heard. Actually, Diddy is secretly in New York City right now. Did he pay a visit to the Southern District of New York? That is where Homeland Security Investigations is currently having that grand jury subpoena convened. We have one of the charges that have come out from the grand jury is attempted murking. It happened in California, okay? California, both on the state side and on the federal side, there is no statute of limitations for attempted murking. This goes from an incident that actually happened in California. And y'all, when the lawsuit drops, my source is based upon information and belief. And again, I just be talking, but baby, let's listen. My sources say that it will be 100% attempted murking. So where do you guys want to start? You want to start with why Diddy's in New York, what he's up to in New York? Yo, I'm just saying, you think he ran out of 2C? You think? I'm just saying. Okay, so where do we start? There's so much to get into. Okay. Also, let me say a quick thank you to Dean. Dean Martin said, still working out every day and eating clean so I can get a dime like Tisa one day. Dean, you better stop playing with me. Stop it. Thank y'all, everybody. Thank you so much for the super chat, Dean. I know you're joking, but thank you so much. Okay, so where do we start? Let's start with the attempted murking charges. Now, some of you might have guessed who we are talking about. This lady's name, actually, let me just read you what it was, okay? Some of you guys guessed that it was what, and this isn't a man. This isn't anything dealing with Pac, Keith D, or anything. This is a woman. Some of you guys actually guessed who it is. Well, you understand where the information came from, but I actually know who it is, how many times she was called into the grand jury, and what the grand jury did with that information. Y'all, let's get into this. Now, I do want to say this. Everything I'm saying is based upon information and belief, court records, what the streets are saying, blogs, my own opinion. Okay, please don't take anything I'm saying as fact. Please go do your own research. I'm giving you pieces of information in order for you to make your own opinion. What's more, Diddy Diddy. Also, we're going to talk about Christian and his grape case that is still open. Okay, it looks like Diddy's really going to let that little boy fall on the sword. Okay, Diddy and Christian Combs, as a matter of fact, everybody in Diddy's camp, but mostly Sean Combs, I do need to say at the top of the hour, has steadfastly maintained his innocence. He says he is fighting for his honor, his bloodline, his reputation. He will be vindicated. And when they are vindicated, the Combs family will make everybody that ever held up a sword against them pay. Diddy says that we have his word. He would never, ever, 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 ever do any of those awful things alleged. Okay? So these accusations are accusations. They are being presented in a court of law. The Southern District of New York and Homeland Security, the same people that brought down Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein, Harvey Weinstein, and who else? El Chapo are on Diddy. They raided the house. That raid was a level that we have not seen in a long time. It was military level. You need to get funded for a raid. You need to get funding. When you get approved for a raid, right? You actually need approval if you're using over and above what the normal, like say they send like, I don't know, like a bunch of people in a car. If you want tanks, if you want Final Fantasy level, if you want full, like literally Call of Duty 4 level military precision, you have to pay for that. Okay, the Homeland Security Investigations has to pay for that. So when you go to get the warrant for the raid, they're also like, why do you need a couple of million to roll up? And Diddy, you've seen Christian Combs, he only this big, Justin a little stouter, but he free apple pie. And Quincy is off living his life. He is the J. Cole of the Diddy family. He's just living his life. And Diddy, he just like the, he a bully. But once you pull those gats out with the bodyguards, Diddy gonna fall back too, because quiet as a kept. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, right? So why do you need all this to raid the Diddy compound? Well, they had to give reasons. They had to give evidence. A lot of people think Diddy's not going to be arrested. I will say those people don't know how the legal system works. They don't know how the federal government works. A lot of people say, oh, we know the way FBI works. This is not FBI. Even in the government, there is hierarchy. Now, the FBI, yes, they have a lot of power. However, there is a unit above the FBI, Homeland Security Investigations. Baby, they bring the pain on every level. Even the way people were saying that Diddy was an FBI informant. He might have been, but Homeland Security is looking at them like, we don't know nothing about that. We don't want to hear anything about that because, baby, you ain't informing for us, so we don't even care, okay? So it is coming 100%. How do we know? Well, look at this. First, let me read where it came up in Cassie's complaint. It's going to be very quick. And then we are going to talk about the details that I actually found out. Remember when I told y'all I had an exclusive? And remember when I said this and that? I didn't go live last night, probably because I had ish to do when I went out for drinks. Sorry, okay? The Virgin Pina Coladas were calling my name. But also, at the end of the day, I wanted to make sure that I didn't mess up anything and I had permission to share what I'm about to tell you. Okay, right? So let's get into this, right? They said during the FO, Diddy would instruct Mrs. Mentor to pour excessive amounts of oil over herself. Diddy would then instruct Cassie and the blank workers to speak to each other, and then would specifically tell Cassie where to touch the blank workers. Diddy would say things like, grab that, bleep, 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 and ask her, how does it feel? As he directed her to perform for him. During the FOs, in addition to directing Cassie and I touch myself, going in on himself, Diddy would use his phone, laptop, and tablet to film Cassie having blank with the hired blank worker. He treated the forced encounter as a personal art project, adjusting the candles he used for lighting to frame the videos he took. Now, pause right there because I just want to say To me, what we just described is a very ritualistic scene. You have a 3-point camera system. They're telling them what to do. And you looked at this like your art project, even adjusting the candles. So you had candles in a circle and 3 points. Again, I would like to say, and I'm sure with the grand jury, Cassie, this isn't what I'm just doing. This is the lead up. I'm getting to the point, but you need to just hear these 5 paragraphs. This isn't the attempted murder. It's not with Cassie. It's with a different woman. Okay. Because Cassie, even though what happened in that hallway was horrible, the statute of limitations for DB, the statutes of limitations for DB, sorry, that has expired or told as it will in California and in New York City. On top of that, remember when I said the feds only go after something if it is air, MF and tight? They don't play any, oh, maybe, could it, They only go after things if it is airtight. They felt like if they used the Cassie stuff for an attempted murking charge, right? For a murking charge, they felt like there was too many ways his lawyers could lie his way out of, and Diddy was looking for this way to lie his way out of. And they don't play a losing game, okay? They don't play a losing game. So what is going on? Sorry, guys, let me just fix this. So they don't play a losing game. So what's going on then, okay? I do want to say that I wonder who Diddy was filming these tapes to and sending it. Because if you have a tablet, a laptop, and your phone, that sounds like a live stream to me. It sounds like a ritualistic live stream. They said, while Mrs. Ventura quickly deleted any photographs or video of blank acts if they were taken on her phone, Diddy repeatedly made clear that he retained many videos of her during FOs. Even, when she deleted the video, Diddy would tell Cassie that he was able to recover deleted videos from her devices. On one occasion, he sat next to her on a flight and made her watch a video she thought she had deleted, reinforcing her inability to escape and immense power he held over. This goes into the whole Dana Tran situation, or it might not be Dana Tran. I know there are rumors. It could just actually be he had cyber professionals literally putting spyware and malware all over Cassie's phone. To tell you the truth, it's a lot more easier than you think, than it should be, okay? Diddy would pay for blank mail workers a few $1,000s in cash for their services. During some FOs, Diddy would become extremely intoxicated and would hit Cassie in front of the blank workers. Now, my sources are telling me that was super, super sick also, because he basically forced her to act like she loved everything she was doing. But when he would become jealous if it actually looked like she was taking any type of pleasure in what was going on, right? Cassie was repulsed by Diddy's demands, but between the physical beating and recognizing his incredible power and incredible temper, Cassie became petrified of her partner and boss and felt that she could not say no. Mind you, every word that Cassie has put in her lawsuit, the evidence has been presented. I'm getting to the good part, hold on. But every word that Diddy put in his lawsuit, the evidence actually has been presented to the grand jury. Every single word. He would even present her with lavish gifts in the middle of FLs, seemingly acknowledging the ways in which these forced blanket encounters constituted work for Cassie, and he needed to compensate her for this work. At one point, he had given her so many, designer bracelets for FOs immediately following his brutal beating that she felt that she was shackled by his presence. Frequently, her anxiety before an FO would become so great that she would become physically ill, sometimes to the point of vomiting. While kneeling over the toilet, Diddy would shame her into performing for him, eventually forcing her to get up and proceed with the encounter. She knew firsthand that telling Diddy that she did not want to engage in FOs would be met with anger and violence. In addition, any suggestion that Mrs. Ventura would refuse to FO or otherwise report Diddy's abuse was met with ultimatums by Diddy, who would say that Cassie could not go to the police because she had a lot to lose. On or around August 15th, for example, in the middle of a surprise birthday dinner for Cassie's 29th birthday, Diddy insisted that Cassie leave the party to go to the hotel for an FO. When she expressed she did not want to go, Diddy had Cassie cornered by a security staff in order to force him to leave. I'm getting to the good part, and I'm going to show my receipts. But I do, well, what I know, right? I'm not showing y'all the receipts, so it can be whatever. But again, who else has been testifying to the grand jury? That interesting part. She was cornered by his security staff and forced to leave. Again, every word Cassie wrote, she can back up. Okay. After the FO, Diddy and Cassie went back to the hotel room that Cassie was staying in, where some of Cassie's friends were already hanging out. Diddy was extremely intoxicated, and at one point during the night, picked up one of Cassie's friends like a child and dangled her over the balcony of the 17th floor hotel suite. Cassie and her friends were scared by Diddy's erratic behavior, but Cassie was heavily sedated on the rug she took to participate in the FO, and therefore, was unable to respond to Diddy's terrifying behavior. The FOs became work for Cassie, and despite her protestations, Diddy insisted on these intricately staged and forced blanket encounters between Cassie and various male workers. So let me tell you what my sources have told me. And I'm just saying, you don't have to believe me. I'm not saying I'm telling the truth. I'm just telling you what I heard. This is based upon information and belief. This is not interfering in any investigation. It's the compilations of the things I said earlier. And it's important to say that Diddy does maintain his innocence. In no way am I saying these allegations that have been made are actually true. I have to say this legally, Diddy is innocent until proven guilty. Now, that said, let's get to the good stuff. Okay, y'all. So here's the interesting thing about Cassie's complaint. Every word she said was completely true. She has evidence to back up everything. On top of that, it was written so that Diddy knew how horrible things were. But to the public, even though we were repulsed by, of course, the sex trafficking and this and that, it went over a lot of people's head, but Diddy knew what was going on. Okay? Now, this brings up a couple of things. We're going to the balcony. I actually have the details of what happened on that balcony, and they are terrifying. And they are the reason that Diddy is facing attempted murking charges. Just one of the charges that the grand jury is bringing down on him. Maybe if I'm lying, well, let me not. This is all alleged. It's hypothetical. Let's play a game called Tisa's Not Getting Sued. This is hypothetical. Okay. It also calls into question the part in the lawsuit where she talked about Diddy leaving in the middle of the night and coming back in and grabbing a gun and screaming and all this stuff and running out in the middle of the night and then coming back with blood on him. Okay. This also calls into question a lot of things. On top of that, it calls into question the Kid Cudi. What does it call into question? Who has been in front of the grand jury? It also calls into question Diddy's just brain power, because if you knew that Cassie had all this dirt on you, you dummy, like you arrogant fool. If everything Cassie can say and prove is true, assuming the evidence and the people testifying are not, what the F? Anyway, right? So let's get into it. The people that were in the room when Diddy hung this young woman, who I'm not going to say her whole name, but when the lawsuit comes out, her name starts with a B, right? When he hung this young woman, and this is not interfering with the grand jury or everything, baby, that will be done. Diddy is cooked. Trust me when I say, or don't. It's all hypothetical land, okay? Her name starts with a B, okay? So we'll call her B. Bobo, okay? No, that sounds silly. Bonita, okay? Her name starts with a B. Everybody that was chilling in Cassie's 17th floor hotel room, or it might have actually been Cassie's apartment because she lived on, I think it was either Cassie's apartment or hotel room. I'm not going to go back to the docs. Let me just get through with the story, right? They were all chilling, waiting for Cassie to get back. Okay. Now, if you guys recall, Tiffany Red, she has a channel on YouTube. Make sure y'all go and follow her. I'm sure she's going to be covering the trial. Tiffany Red, when we interviewed her exclusively on this channel, go ahead and check that interview. Tiffany Red said that, well, I don't know. She said it was Cassie's birthday party. Never mind. Okay, I'll go. I have to watch that interview again. Because remember, they said they were all waiting in Cassie's apartment. And then, no, that was the first time she met Diddy. So never mind. It's not related. We don't know if Tiffany Red was in the room. But her other friends were related. Let's not forget, by that time, Diddy had pushed out anybody that would have been a lifeline to Cassie. Cassie's friends were in the room. They were watching, okay? He went up to Bona, okay? He is currently facing at least one confirmed attempting murking charge. He literally hung her over the balcony, but this wasn't any play stuff. The details, he hung her over the balcony by her chest. I know. That's what I said too. Excuse me? I'm sorry. Come again? They are saying that Bonita said that and came and was called to the, that's another detail I want to let you guys know. She was called in front of the grand jury multiple times, okay? Multiple times. Do you know how much information she was giving and how serious they were about getting this charge right? That they called her to the jury and she testified in front of the jury multiple times. The jury wanted to hear more and more and more about this. He hung her over the balcony. So my sources are saying Diddy maintains his innocence. He says these are all lies. None of this happened. So let's play make-believe in the hypothetical thing. Hung her over the balcony by her chest. This is why it is being looked at as attempted murking. Because it wasn't like, ooh, it wasn't like, oh, hung you out. No, it literally was her screaming and yelling, being hung over a balcony by her chest, feeling at any moment she could slip, screaming, tears, begging, pleading, all while Cassie was pretty much comatose by that cocktail that he forced her, according to Cassie, forced her to take in order to engage in a freak off because he had this sick thing, at least as far my opinion, of surprising her for her 29th birthday, taking her to ecstasy where she felt loved, valued, respected, and protected, and surrounded by her closest family and friends, demanded she leave, service him on something that people are more and more saying. The reason why a lot of people are closing ranks is, who were you live streaming this for? Who were you taping this for? Who actually saw this? What was circulated? Okay. Again, that cloud that it kept everything in, as blackmail people are saying that one of the reasons why, yes, they took Diddy's servers because clouds have to have a server. But also when people are like, well, why would he keep those videos of Cassie? Because people are saying he wanted to make sure that he could torture and blackmail Cassie mentally, for the rest of her life. Think about it. If Cassie wanted to tell a tell-all, if Cassie wanted to do this, if Cassie wanted to do that, he could ruin her. People would see her. Her kids would see her doing things that would make Kim K blush. It was all an elaborate plan. Diddy, in his arrogance and quest for power and ultimate control, literally held all the information for people to take him down. But it's not over. It's not over, okay? He held her over the balcony by her chest. He told her out his mouth, I'm going to you. 17th floor balcony, screaming, pleading, begging. The whole place is going crazy. Cassie comatose like a little teddy bear stuck in the corner, just comatose like a real life my-size doll, just finished being traumatized. He came in erratic, out of his mind, grabbed her by her, hung her over. People screaming and begging, and said he was going to hold the girl. He was going to finish her. Okay? Now, he threatened to finish her. This is why the grand jury has gotten at least one charge for attempted murking by a woman's name who starts with B. We will call her Bonita. Okay? When the court documents come out, y'all can come back and tell me, am I psychic? Did I think of something? Y'all can come back. For the record, I needed permission to share this. I also, from my sources, I also wanted to make sure in no way did I jeopardize the investigation. What's more, there are other lawsuits, a lot of lawsuits that are coming for Diddy, and we're talking about the civil lawsuits. I know what y'all saying, Tisa, why haven't they been filed, right? Well, the people in the back, why haven't they been filed? My sources are telling me that the Southern District of New York Homeland Security Investigations, because I mentioned this in a different video, but I want to reiterate this, because the statute of limitations have not told, they literally asked everyone to hold off on filing civilly. Get your paperwork, do whatever, but hold off on filing civilly until they hand down the indictment and formally charge Diddy. They told them, hold off on filing. You're within the statute of limitations. Once you file, if there's any issue, if they try to bring it up, oh, this is a shameless, you know, Diddy's famous line, this is a shameless money grab. If they say it's a shameless money grab, if they try their old things, of course, Homeland Security will intervene, write the judge and say, no, the reason why they held off from filing, because they're all under the statute of limitations. That's the only thing that even Homeland Security can't stop. Can't stop the statute of limitations from tolling, right? You got to get your complaints in. So these are all the complaints that are within the statute of limitations. They have said, wait until the indictment comes out, and then it's fine. If you get any flack in court, we will, of course, back you up and let them know, no, we're the reason why they held off. Now, why is that important? And why doesn't Diddy's team want to know that? Well, they already know what's going on, I would imagine, because Diddy, that's the next chapter we're about to get into. Diddy hasn't been invited to testify with the grand jury. Now, here's the thing. Did Diddy take them up on their offer? Because Diddy is quietly back in New York City. Diddy is quietly shaking hands and kissing babies. Diddy is quietly doing everything he can to make sure he stacks. I would imagine, it's my opinion, to make sure he stacks things in his favor. Let's get back to the civil lawsuits. So here's the thing, why the civil lawsuits would wait. Because for one thing, if the civil lawsuits wait, if the federal government goes in first of all, this is pretty much guaranteeing that the federal government knows that they got him dead to rights for a few things, but the federal government wants to take the cake. They don't like looking stupid. They don't like loose ends. People talk all the time, but the federal government is bullies in the best way. Because, baby, everybody love a bully when they on your side. They are bullies in the best way. They don't want a fair fight. They don't want a David versus Goliath. They don't want the underdog to even have a chance to win, baby. They go in when the fight is fixed because they fix the fight, because their goal is to get justice. So they're like, by any means necessary, okay? If the government goes in and they can prove in a court of law that Diddy did commit attempted murking by hanging this girl, starts with a B. I'm calling her Bonita, but you'll see it in the papers. Her name starts with a B. Hanging her over the balcony by her chest. Ugh, so painful. Hanging her over the balcony by her chest and then telling her, I will murk you. Now, why did that happen? I'm getting different stories, but the gist of it is, and I'm not going to go into each one because I don't want to reveal my sources. The gist of the story is when Cassie came back, people always confronted Diddy about what's wrong with Cassie. What are you doing? No, you can't take her. What do you mean? And anyone that raised their voice to them, he would flip out on. Diddy likes to hit women. Diddy, well, it's what the streets are saying. Diddy says he's innocent, but judging from the Cassie video, in my opinion, Diddy likes to hit women. Diddy takes pride in terrorizing people. Diddy has a problem. Diddy likes to see women enjoying themselves with people that possess things he doesn't. They don't call him itty bitty Diddy for nothing, right? But then he gets mad when they might be enjoying themselves too much. But let me get back to this, right? Here's the thing. All these people, after the lawsuits we see now, that are filing civil charges, it makes sense from a legal standpoint to let the government go in, prove every single thing that Diddy's been saying, that they've been saying about Diddy. And then once you have that, what's left? You walk into civil court, Your Honor, I'm the girl. It was proven in a federal court of law. Did he do it? Diddy did it, right? I would like my money. It's actually them fighting your cases for you. Same as Little Rod and everything else. Paul Harrison. What's up, Paul? How are you doing? Really quick, y'all. Let me change this. I almost forgot. Paul. I have to make this a Paul Harrison special live. Okay. There we go. Hey, Paul, what's going on? You guys, this is the Paul Harrison special live. It's in the title. Also, you guys, if you are new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be following the Diddy trial. I'm not saying I got inside info, okay? I am saying I like to talk, and a lot of my talk has been accurate. But, you know, this is for entertainment purposes only, because one thing for certain and two things for sure, yeah, we're not getting sued. It ain't that serious. Y'all talking about that. How come you ain't asked the right questions? You start a YouTube channel and get sued because I'm cool over here. Please. There is a method to my madness. You're insane. Anyway, right? You guys can thank Paul for this special live. Thank you, Paul. And send healing energy to Paul too. What's up, Paul? Okay, so yeah, that's what's going on with the grand jury. It is a woman. Her name starts with B. It is an attempted murking charge. It is not Cassie. They do not consider what happened to Cassie in that whole way to rise to the level of attempted murking. However, the fact that he took this woman whose name starts with a B, hung her over the balcony by her chest, her testicles, held her over the balcony, right? And told her he was going to murk her. Okay. She was called back to testify multiple times to the grand jury. She is going to file a civil case on Diddy, but Homeland Security Investigations has asked everybody that is testifying or has testified in front of the grand jury to please hold off on filing civil charges until the criminal charges against Diddy have been filed. For people doubting whether these criminal charges are coming, Homeland Security thinks that they are. Diddy would need like an act of, I don't know, to actually get out of that. Okay, so that's that with the grand jury. We have three things we're talking about. The grand jury. We're talking about Diddy actually being in New York City secretly right now. He is in New York City. We are all, and this is an exclusive, okay? This is an exclusive. All of this is exclusive. We're also talking about Christian Combs and his open grape case. It looks like his daddy's going to let him fall on the sword. You know, Diddy could have paid that case to go away. He could have paid that case to go away, but he thought that they were better united. But we'll talk about that. You think Kim would have appreciated, with all the mess that Diddy's going to, him not settling out for a great case for his son silently, so that at least his son could literally continue his struggle rap career and playing grown up with his scrawny self? Again, everybody talks about how Diddy's a good father. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like just like his girlfriends, his loves, everything is just for image. Am I the one to say whether he cares about his kids or not? That's not my place to say. I am saying that if Diddy had just quietly paid for those great case to go away with Christian, nobody would be looking at him funny. We would be laughing at his struggle rap, but nobody would be looking at him funny. He would be out of it. People would be looking at Christian the same way they look at Quincy, right? Quincy's around, but I guess he's just not in it. The only reason we're looking at Justin a little strange, or at least the court of law is looking at Justin strange, is because Justin owns a lot of Diddy's businesses. He owns a lot of assets. Remember, he put everything in Justin and his mama's name. You know, I did do a video the other day about Christian moving out because like that house either will have to be sold or it will in LA, or it will have to be, or it might be in a federal seizure. The feds might get it. So they want to liquidate it before. And a lot of y'all told me that there was that gentleman that got an injunction against Diddy about selling any of his assets because he contends that Diddy rugged and raped him, right? And he got an injunction to make sure that Diddy can't sell any of his assets to get out of paying him. I get that. And this is true. But you guys are forgetting two key words, Diddy's assets. That home in California is in Chance's name. It's in his daughter's name. Diddy is free to sell that home. It is in his daughter's name. He's free to sell that home. Okay. Diddy is also free to sell the assets that are in Justin's name because Diddy doesn't own them. That's how he got over all the stuff. He's free to sell it. So while maybe that Miami mansion is in Diddy's name, maybe, I don't know. I didn't look at the property records, but maybe it's in Diddy's name. But that California one is in Chance's name. So he can technically sell that home. Why would he want to sell it? Because of forfeiture. You guys know that the case is getting into money laundering, RICO, criminal organization, racketeering, this, that, and the third. What do we know about that? Y'all saw New Jack City. Y'all saw Brotherly Love starring Quincy. You saw all that. What do the feds like to do if they can prove that anything you have was bought with dirty money, even $1? Ooh, federal seizure. And federal seizures, baby, they ain't selling it. They keeping everything. Federal seizure. Because here's the thing with Diddy. He's so arrogant, right? If all this can be believed, he does maintain his innocence. What I'm saying is based upon my information and belief, based off of court documents, of course, blogs, what the streets are saying, and of course, my own opinion, okay? I'm not telling you to believe me. Don't believe me. I'm just giving you information that I have based upon information and belief, and I invite you to please do your own investigation. Make up your own mind. I'm just here to give you information that may or may not be helpful. Okay. But anyway, federal seizure. So what is it? Because Diddy thought he was slick for so long, his arrogance. He never thought that anybody would get to the RICO part. He never thought anybody would get to the money part. He never thought about the BMF. For those of you, the Black Mafia family, for those of y'all being like, oh my God, BMF is from the 90s. Yeah, maybe 90s and 2000 in New York. But I know just in fall 2023, in the Eastern District of Missouri, I think they did a huge bust on BMF for moving weight, for laundering, for all this stuff. I think they arrested 35 or 37 people. Trust and believe the BMF is still out there getting active. But more importantly, this grand jury investigation is spanning all of Diddy's careers. Remember when I said they will not rest until Diddy ain't no mountain high enough or low enough? They are making sure Diddy doesn't have any wiggle room, and they literally have him like nailed to the cross like Tizo, right? But the thing I want to actually say is he thought he was slick by putting everything in Justin or his daughter's name. Where did Chance, a high school student, get the where did Chance, a high school student, get the money to purchase a 20 or however many $25 million mansion? Did he? Ooh, you so smart. You outsmarted the feds on that. Nah, the feds are just going to follow the money thing and say, okay, it's in Chance's name, but all the money came out of your bank account. So being as we can prove that this money in your bank account was mixed with illegal funds, and because we don't know, here's the thing about, I want you guys to know about illegal funds, right? Why it's never a good idea to get involved with it. And the feds did this so they could cut down on money laundering, cartel work, and all this other stuff. It's a little bit unfair, but don't touch illegal money. Say you have $1,000 in your bank account, right? And let's just say there's $10 that, I don't know, somebody from the cartel gives you, okay? So now you have $1,010, but 10 of those dollars come from the cartel. And let's just go and you buy a bag and a blouse and somebody for $100 and somebody sells you their car for $500 and you put down $200 on your rental property, right? Now, when the feds come and they're like, knock, knock, we heard somebody's been money laundering. And you're like, what? We heard somebody's been money laundering. You have money from criminal organization, conspiracy, whatever. It's in your bank account right now. And you're like, yeah. It's just the $10. Don't worry. I have the $10. Here you go. The feds will say to you, not so fast. It's almost like when a bank wants to hit you with back bounce check fees and like it's a $4 cup of coffee that causes like 8 checks to bounce, right? Tell me you haven't been there in high school or not high school, college, because I have, right? When you're like, they cut your allowance off and you're like, okay, I can't live like this, right? And you don't realize that they don't. I found out in college, I thought they, like when you had no more money, they would just stop. I didn't realize that they would just keep letting you charge little stuff. If you try to charge a rent, they'd be like, nah. But if you try to charge a pack of gum, some honey bun, and a cup of coffee, they'll be like, yeah, no problem. We got you, because they can hit you with all those bounce check fees. Well, the federal government with their forfeiture rules do kind of the same thing. So if you go, oh, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Here's the $10. The federal government will be like, nah, that's not the way that works. See, here's the thing. Dirty money is like a disease. And like, it's like a poison. And like all poison, it doesn't matter, or disease, it doesn't matter whether it's $1 or the whole amount. You've been tainted. Okay, it's like the bubonic plague. You've been tainted. It don't matter. It don't matter, because you only need $1. It don't matter. So what do they say? They start looking at your purchases. Would you buy a new bag for $10? You bought a shirt for $100. You bought a car for $500, and you put $200 on an apartment. How about this? This is what we're gonna do. See, we don't know where you used the $10. So we're assuming that on every purchase you made, you used a portion of that dirty money. You see what I'm saying? We don't, no, you can't give us the $10 back. It's dirty money. It's illegal to have dirty money. You knew you had dirty money, but even if you didn't know you had dirty money, we have the right to confiscate every single thing dirty money was used to buy. So you know, with this car, and you're like, but that's $500. You can't take away a $500 car off of $10 in dirty money. The federal government be like, check with the Supreme Court and legislation. Yes, we can, because we don't know if that $10 was used. We can say that at least $1 of the $10 may have been used. Forfeit. And that purse, forfeit. And that blouse, forfeit. And you know what? Your down payment on the apartment, we snatching the apartment too, because all of this was bought with dirty money. And it doesn't matter if there was just $1 of dirty money. Under the legislation for federal forfeiture laws, baby, everything is theirs. That's how they start getting things. And then they go and they seize your bank account, because they say, and you know what? We don't even know if that $10 is even left in your account. So we're going to have to take that too. That's how federal forfeiture laws work. That is why Christian people are saying moved out of the house, and why Diddy wants to liquidate all the assets he can. You see, he's been doing it in the background. He's been settling lawsuits. He's been doing this. He's been doing that. He wanted to liquidate everything he could because he needs that cash and he needs to distribute. Okay, so listen. So at the end of the day, that's what's going on with the federal forfeiture laws. That's why I get what you guys are saying. Oh, Diddy can't sell any assets. Most of Diddy's assets aren't in his name. The only thing is, Diddy was so arrogant that he never thought that people would question where he got his money from, because this little Chirac De Leon God mess he did. And this is how we knew, Diego Liquor, this is how we should have known that Diddy was fronting. And again, I'm not saying that Diddy was hardly broke, but billionaire he was not. He might have been a multimillionaire, but he spent like a billionaire. The fact that Diego Liquor wanted to go into a partner brandship, and they said, okay, we'll put in 100 million. You put in 100 million. 100 million is child's play to a billionaire. That's like somebody asking you to put in a penny. It's like a 10 cents. It's child's pay to a billionaire. And Diddy couldn't come up with that money. So he said, okay, I'll get Young Miami. Did y'all see my video on Young Miami? There's evidence that she was literally conning us all, and her and Diddy are still together. And she is wearing one of the things that, well, go watch the video, but the Twitter and TikTok and everybody pulled up receipts. Go ahead and take a look at that. Okay. So that's where we got. Okay. Now let's move on to the next chapter in this. Hold on. I know y'all, we're going to be out of here in like maybe 20 more minutes, but there's just some other stuff I want to go over with you guys. I said I had my ear to the street, and I said I'm listening. Again, this is based upon information and belief. Please do not take what I am saying as the God's honest truth. I'm just giving you, again, do your own research, okay? And again, for those of you guys that doubt, you don't gotta like be in my mentions. Time will tell. If I'm lying, time will make a liar out of me. Don't worry. And if I am made a liar, I will be the first to come and be like, okay. But I'm telling y'all, again. Anyway, right? So, where are we at? Oh, hold on. Let me read these people. Okay. So really quick, Angela Naranjo said, thanks for the tea. You welcome, Angela. Also, and thank you for the super chat. Also, Valentine TV said, great live tea. So love my Title Toast family. We love you too, Valentine. Shout out to Valentine, Angel, Paul, of course, D. Martin, and Cheryl Chapman. Also, last but not, hey, what's up, Samantha? Samantha said, banks pay smaller charges before the larger amounts. They can charge more fees that way. Side note, Diddy named a group he was in, Diddy Dirty Money. Exactly. You know, I will say one thing. I'm not saying Diddy did it. Actually, I do believe he did it. What am I saying? But I am saying that if you believe that Diddy is a narcissist, and if you believe that there's something criminally wrong with that man, and if you believe he is evil, you know, in like every superhero movie, the villain always tells on himself. The villain always puts stuff in there. Yo, I'm just saying, Diddy naming Dirty Money. You know what's not going to age well, which I'm like, why is Diddy letting that boy fall on his sword? Christian is facing rape charges. Now, I have heard that he may be secretly married to his girlfriend, but I don't know. That could be all cap. That's literally just pure speculation of people talking, because they always around. They young, they in love, like whatever, right? But remember that weird photo shoot he posted where she was basically acting out him with all his girlfriends? Like one, it was a video recorder. It was supposed to be Cassie. Another one, he was recreating the scenes with Young Miami. Something wrong with that boy. Something is wrong with that boy. Auntie Penelope said, hello. My wish has been granted. More tea. Hey, what's up, Auntie Penelope? How you doing? Okay, so let's get into this. So let's talk about Diddy in New York. Secretly in New York. I'm just saying, as many people that claim to be industry insiders. Well, let me stop. It don't matter. The point of the matter is Diddy is in New York City right now. He's taking photos, right? And a lot of people are saying he's trying to make peace with multiple people, because he has realized this has expanded. He's trying to make peace with multiple people. He's, or some people that are more skeptical, like myself, have insinuated that, or is Diddy in New York City trying to see not just his friends, but paying off people to be silent? Again, I know some people are saying, why would he pay off people? I mean, we know why, but why would people take the payoff? Because a lot of people that witnessed Diddy shenanigans up front were with the ish and giggles. They were implicated, or at the very least, they didn't care about other people. Look at Meek Mill's dizzy, dumb, bunny hopping, black sell out self, who just, let me stop, get off the thing. But I'll drag Meek Mills in live tomorrow because I got the receipts on him. A real black man would have said, Meek, stop cosplaying. Anyway, right? Anyway, we'll talk about Meek Mills and Jay-Z tomorrow, and that stupid apology from Michael Rubin. He might as well put L behind it. He literally doubled down on what he said and then said, sorry, I was the one to point out the truth. And then his head goofy Meek Mills comes bunny hopping to about, yeah, a black man should have said it instead of Michael Rubin, which it cracked me up. How many people defending him didn't realize, y'all even know when you being clown? So he's basically saying that Michael Rubin is a savior of black people because it should have been said by a black man. But when a black man, including him, are strong enough to say it. So Michael Rubin did, and he'll take all the shit. Anyway, you know what? That's for a different live. I'll drag them tomorrow morning. I'm sick of Meek Mills. He needs to be canceled. And at the end of the day, Meek, you got so much to say about black people down in bed. Why don't you talk about Diddy? Because you was his +1 for the last how many years? Why don't you talk about your time in this? What Meek Mills has been in this. Why don't you talk about Robert Kraft and what he was doing in that massage parlor? Why don't you talk about all this stuff? Right? What? No. But you can sit there and defend somebody that's talking about the community. Let me tell you something. For those that are being like, but it's true. You want to see how someone that actually has pride and respect in there. Because here's the thing. In every community, there are losers. In every community, there are knuckleheads. In every community, there are people that can't get right. Meek is one of them. It's like you are the ninja they talking about. Meek talking down to black people. You the ninja they're looking for. The ninja that he is describing is your life, Meek. It's you. And you have to, yeah, black people hate on me. Man, shut up. You're just shucking and jiving. Corey Gamble has been defeated. Meek Mills is the new shucking and jiving. Kum. He put new words into kente, right? But anyway, Meek got all this mess because I get it. I know what a bad bee look like when she's trying to protect her check. Make sure her main squeeze don't dump her. At the end of the day, Meek, why don't you talk about what's going on with you and Diddy? Why don't you come? But y'all don't got no smoke on that, but you're going to come and hold up and be Wakanda forever for Michael Rubin. For those of y'all that think, oh my God, well, Michael Rubin had a point. Let me tell you what someone that actually has pride in the race and realizes how disrespectful it is when you talk on someone's culture, the whole culture, instead of just identifying a single person, the whole culture. What is Michael Rubin? What's his culture? Should we talk about all people, Michael Rubin's whole culture based off of his dumbass comments? Go into a Latino community and speak on all Latinos because one dumb knucklehead Latino did something. Then go to the Indian, then go to the indigenous, then go here, then go there. Matter of fact, let's talk about Michael Rubin's people and see what happened. Meek, open your mouth and criticize them and see what happened. Oh, we already saw that. We saw what happened to Kanye West. And I'm not defending Kanye because he went off on the deep end. But we saw what happened. That's what it looks like when you got some sense. That's what it looks like when you're a man. That's what it looks like. But you wouldn't know nothing about that. Anyway, I'm sorry. Let me get back on because I put myself in a time limit. And that mess just made me so mad. Rim, thank you so much for the super sticker. God's telling me to shut up and stay focused. Also, can you guys hit that subscribe button? I am trying to grow. I'm getting into the New York stuff. I got some tea on that and what Diddy's been up to while he's in New York. He's in New York right now. And I'm the first person to tell you guys. And I know people are going to pick it up and run with it. And I don't care. Just cite me, okay? I do want to say that if you guys could hit that subscribe button, I am really, really trying to grow. If you like my style of banter, of talking, please subscribe. If you want to start a microphone fund, I know that y'all like family. I know y'all love to drag my microphone setup. If you guys want to donate to the fund, please subscribe and we can grow. And we will have an unveiling of a nice microphone that you guys think is suitable for your delicate eyes to look at, okay? For your delicate eyes to look at. But yeah, and if you guys don't feel like subscribing, if you could hit the like button or share, I would really, really appreciate it. I'm trying to grow this year. I know I took a little time off for summer, but I am coming back and I will hit fall with a bang. And we're going to cover this Diddy case every step of the way. And I'm going to do everything I can to make sure I am in the courtroom actually covering it. Okay. Also, Valentine TV, thank you so much for the super sticker. And P, thank you so much for the super sticker. All right, did I beg for you guys to subscribe? I'm just saying I'm going to keep begging until I get to where I need to go, Oh, thank you. Thank you. For those of you guys that think for those of you guys, sorry guys, for those of you guys that wonder, wow, something's going on. Why is she always looking off to the corner during the live? Because dummy, I have people that love and care about me and they be checking on me and even bringing me fresh fruit when they think that I need to be recharged. All right. Anyway, let's get into this, right? Oh, hold on really quick. I'll talk through this. I'm just going to turn my camera off for a second. Okay. Diddy. He's in New York City. He's been making peace. I'm back. He's been making peace with a lot of people. A lot of people. Okay. People think that he is greasing hands. He's paying off people to be silent. That's not so far-fetched. A lot of people knew what grimy stuff that he was into, and they were okay to look the other way. He's hoping now that if he starts putting greasing people's pockets, they will be silent. Again, this does not count on the people that have testified in front of the grand jury. This isn't counting on the people that the federal government knows about. Diddy has been doing this mess basically since the beginning of time. So who's he trying to make silent? The people that, for whatever reason, haven't been called in front of the grand jury and that the feds don't know about. Again, Diddy knows all the dirt. So when I say to be silent, he is hoping that other people that know things about things he's into keep their mouth shut and don't either one, go to the federal jury or the prosecutors, or two, file civil complaints. Okay. He is making peace with a lot of people. So the streets are saying. Now, another source said, is he just making peace, or is he taking advantage of the offer that the grand jury gave him to speak to the grand jury? Now, it's unknown whether he took the grand jury up on that offer. But for all y'all people being like, what took so long? Diddy ain't never getting arrested out of this, that, and the third. Diddy has lawyered up. He's gotten even more powerful, high-priced, and they deal with international criminal, money laundering, criminal, all this stuff. He knows what is coming. The grand jury invited him to testify. Once you're invited to testify, that's the grand jury telling you, we have you dead to rights. But if you'd like to come and say a few words, you're more than welcome. We're not going to tell you what we have you dead to rights. I'm sure you can imagine, because again, let me tell y'all something. These high-priced lawyers that Diddy hires, they serve two purposes. And I'll be real with you, okay? I remember a while back when that Cassie video leaked, and people are like, and I was like, yo, that's the feds gave that to CNN. And there were a bunch of people talking about the feds don't leak. And I said, are you serious? CNN is Federal Leak Central. Because here's the thing, when feds do it, it's not leaking. You can't steal your own evidence. Feds are allowed to strategically share evidence in an ongoing criminal investigation so that they can achieve their goals. They are allowed to strategically share evidence. We call it in the YouTube streets leaking. But with the feds, because it's their evidence, they are strategically sharing it so that they may accomplish their correct goal, which is to get Diddy indicted and a criminal conviction. It is not illegal and it's not out of their bounds, and it is in their repertoire to share with CNN. Another hint that it was an evidentiary video. See, here's the thing. You forget that Diddy bought all of the video, right? All of the video from the hotel. Anybody that's been in a hotel knows there's not just one camera. In a hotel, there's one facing the elevator from the left, from the right. There's one facing every corridor, especially those high-priced hotels, especially the Penthouse, okay? What we saw, which is why it was so jerky and choppy, right? What we saw was horrendous, but it was also a compilation. Somebody sat there and spliced together at least 7 to 8 security footages so that you saw it in real time from every angle, almost like when they do those sports compilations where it's like every single camera, but they splice it all together so you just see it so it moves seamlessly. Okay. When I saw that, I said, baby, that's an evidentiary video. You can't tell me that wasn't an evidentiary video. That's a video that probably went in front of the grand jury, because they can't show the grand jury, okay, here's video 1, he comes out, now video 2, pause that. No. Because the jury's like, wait, what? Pause, wait, what's going on? Wait, rewind. No, you have to put it all together so it flows. And that's why it looks jerky, because they're splicing it so that you see everything in real time. Camera 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They turn into TV shows. You know, camera 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, go. Right? So anyway, with the grand jury, with all that stuff, they invite you to speak. So let me get into my point. Sorry, I lost it for a second. You guys, I am nobody, literally, in the grand scheme of things. Like, I'm nobody. And even me putting a little, smile here, little pressure there, some begging. Y'all know I like to beg. Hit that subscribe button if you're watching this on playback. Please help me grow, right? Please. I'm a beg like my name is Charlemagne of Meek Mills. Master money, master money. Would you like me to shine your shoes? Would you like me shucking and driving, doing the thing? Master money, please. Let me beg like my name is Meek Mills. Anyway, he literally turned into Captain Save-A-Ho. Leave him alone. Literally, he turned into that man from the Django, crying tears. Master, wake up. Anyway, right? So let me get back to my point. In the scheme of things, I am nobody. Okay. I am nobody. And I was able to find out what I was able to find out. You can believe it or not, time will tell what comes. And please believe when time tells, I will be doing my MFing. Y'all know, OG Tattles, you'll know I'm going to be sick. Y'all going to be sick of me. I'm going to come with a trumpet, marching band playing. They not like us. Y'all going to see me do it. They not, I'm going to be doing, y'all know you're going to be sick of me, because I'm going to be doing a victory lap when this stuff comes out. However, one of the reasons you pay these lawyers that are $25,000 an hour, one of these reasons you down with this stuff is simply because the new lawyers he just hired, half the lawyers on his team, baby, they work for the DA. They worked for the feds at one time. They got deep connections at the Southern District of New York. If I'm able to hear whispers and I'm a nobody, again, literally, I mean, I am somebody, right? I'm mommy and daddy tells kid. But if I'm able to get some stuff, Diddy is paying those lawyers so they can get their word on the street, so they can get their ears on the street and they can hear what's going on. That's why you pay those high lawyers. It's like paying a good lawyer, right? You got a traffic ticket. What lawyer are you going to pay? The lawyer that's $400 that don't know anyone, and the judge is like, counselor, what's going on? Are they paying the ticket or not? Are you going to pay somebody $800 that walks in? Good morning, Your Honor. How you doing? How's your wife doing? Oh, that's good. Yeah, tell her my mom said hi. Blah, 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 blah. And before you know it, he's like, Your Honor, permission to approach the bench. Go. Blah, 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 blah. Talk to the judge at the bench. Blah, 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 blah. Before you know it, Okay, license restored. Just pay the fine. Moving on. You pay a good lawyer. It's not just how well they can argue the case. A good lawyer is how many ears, little birds they have in the street, how much information they can gather, how much they can predict what's coming down your way to give you the best chance you have. It is done at a high level. That's what you pay for. And Diddy is paying through the nose, I guarantee you. But Diddy actually needs it. Okay. So again, when you're like, oh my God, this and that, Diddy hired those lawyers for a reason. That's what you're paying so much money for them to put their little network into and find out what's going on. Diddy knows more than anyone, maybe not everything, but he has a good idea what's coming down the line with him, which makes what he's doing to Christian even more sick. I would imagine, okay? I would imagine. So Diddy knows, but if Diddy knows kind of like what they're pushing for, then Diddy has a real good idea. I mean, real good idea about what they don't know and what he wants people to stay silent for. And again, why is he in New York City secretly? He like showing off everything else. The kids like Snapchat. And why are you on a secret visit to New York City? Now I know what you're saying. Maybe he just didn't want to be bothered. Maybe, but the Southern District of New York, you've been invited to speak in front of the grand jury. Again, to be invited, it's like, yeah, the shoe's about to drop. The sword of Damocles is hanging over that mug right now. And he probably so arrogant, he don't even realize you got all your friends, you got all your foes. You need to make peace. You need to shake hands. And the people that maybe know stuff that the government, you maybe need to pay people to be quiet. Now, if it was me, no, scratch that because that's illegal. But I can imagine someone, a business associate maybe, a Diddy or someone that knows like whatever, or someone that has evidence that could really put them away. I can imagine. I mean, how much is that worth? I know you don't want anybody to know about this. I know that this is going to be really damaging. I know the feds would love to know about this, but they haven't asked me. So it's not like I'm lying or interfering with investigation. How much is it worth to you for me to keep quiet? I know last time you saw me, you told me to go F myself and you'll F and bleep, 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 right? But it's 2024. How much is it worth to you? Right? Let's say you say sorry and put some zeros behind that sorry. I would imagine that that's what Diddy might be taking care of. But you know what? I imagine a lot of things. Anyway, listen, do y'all think that he's Diddy bopping out there begging for another chance? One more chance, Biggie, give me. Listen, they invited him to testify. And I do want to say this, and this is what was my heads up, that there was something really big going on with Diddy. Where is Sean Hawley? I repeat, where is Sean Hawley? See, when this first started off and he was taking this as a joke and still laughing at Little Rod and all the Jane Does that were suing him, Sean Hawley got activated. Don't get me wrong, Sean Hawley is one of the best that ever did it. She runs a campaign like no one else's business. Got a lot of respect for Sean Hawley. Who wouldn't? She has built a thing. But we got to ask ourselves, for all the naysayers that think that Diddy's never going to get arrested, where is Sean Hawley? Where is she? Because let's look at this, right? Sean Hawley, like what she was, she was representing Diddy along with that one girl. I forget her name, right? And but Sean Hawley then looked like she got pushed to Christian Combs' case. So she was taken off of first string, right? Or maybe not. Maybe she just said, I'll take Christian, because Christian's case is more like the cases Sean Hawley represents. Tory Lanez, Danny Masterson, all this other stuff. It just seems like more, not to say that's any less, but you know what I'm saying, right? And now we don't see her at all. She's MIA. She's MIA. Okay. Let me just say this. One thing I can say about Sean Hawley, to which anyone that knows anything about law and probably Diddy, if he wasn't so arrogant, would know the writing must be on the MFing wall for Diddy. It must be on the wall for Diddy. Because one thing for certain and two things for sure. Sean Holly knows how to exit stage left before, right? Before the hammer drops and the money dries up. Let me just say this. The legal legend Sean Holly knows how to exit a case stage left before the hammer drops and the money dries up. You don't believe me? Ask Tory Lanez. Remember Sean Holly was representing him? And in the middle of trial, something happened and she dipped. And before we know it, Tory Lanez is now sitting there doing quarantine radio from behind the jail. Now, listen, don't talk to me about Megan Thee Stallion. I do believe Tory Lanez was guilty. Listen, all that, fine. But my point is, Sean Holly was representing him valid. She was going in on him. She was working with so many people, running this. There was so much information all over the web. People swore this and that. It turned out to be all cap. But my whole point is she dipped when the hammer was about to be dropped and the money was drying up. That's why Tory Lanez is in jail too. He did in my opinion, he did a Tasha K. He did a Tasha K. Think about it. Tasha K thought Olga was a deal. Olga was an insurance lawyer. She did insurance claims or whatever she does. Whatever she does, I just know she didn't do Tasha K's case right? Most expensive mistake ever. I know that God, nobody in America better be using that lawyer. Anyway, what did Tory Lanez do? He hired two lawyers who I think their specialty was insurance claims or insurance, whatever. You are facing attempted murking and you got I'm not saying those lawyers were bad. I'm just saying that lawyers are like doctors. You're not going to have a heart specialist operate on your foot. Yeah, I know you probably learned something in law and medical school for 3 weeks. No, I want a specialist. You're not going to hire an orthopedic surgeon to do brain surgery. You're not going to hire a brain surgeon to do open heart surgery. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what Tory Lanez did. He was running out of money. So these other lawyers are like, you don't even need this. We already have her whole strategy, blah, 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 right? Sean Holly saw the writing on the wall. She exited stage left. Tory Lanez could have gotten more competent counsel. He picked some counselors that were talking the dollars that he wanted, and now he's sitting in jail. One thing for certain into it, the writing must be on the wall. And again, if Diddy wasn't so arrogant here, Sean Holly has a knack for getting out. She is one of the most astute. She is a survivor. When the money starts to dry up and the hammer's about to drop, she exited cases. So that way you can never say she lost the case. Look what happened to Danny Masterman. Look what happened to Tory Lanez. We could talk about more, right? Danny Masterman, that weirdo from that 70s show, that not only was he attempted a great PA, he never seen the light of day again, but good. Listen, Diddy should have listened. He should. Who said it? With Little Rod's attorney. What's his name? I was about to say Blackmail, not Blackmail. What's his name? Blackburn. Tyrone Blackburn, right? Tyrone Blackburn. Y'all, he tried to tell Diddy. I think he said you gonna end up like Danny Masterman and Tory Lanez, and Danny Masterman and Tory Lanez might be the success story. Might be the success story. They're saying Christian still has an open grape case. Diddy is going to let him fall on the sword, all because he wants to be like his daddy. He idolizes that man. And that lets you know also with Diddy, how much of those kids seem, but they still got so much love, admiration, and respect for the dad. And before y'all be like, that's his daddy. Shut up. I got a good daddy. I don't want to hear any idolizations of daddy fetishes. Stop it. Yeah, I got a good dad. Thanks, mom, for picking right. However, I know a lot of people that are in two-parent households that got horrible fathers, right? And some of them got horrible mothers. Two households been together forever, right? People should not idolize. like, ugh, anyway, I'm not going to get into it. But the whole point is, it shows how much sickness, if you can believe everything that we hear, and I do, it shows just how much sickness they have and sickness they go through, that they idolize someone that the world is starting to see is not just deeply flawed, but a monster and a predator that needs to get taken on the street. The fact that he was so tone deaf that he reenacted key moments from his girlfriends that he's accused of macking, and you reenacted that mess. You don't even realize that. It's like, you don't do that. You don't get it. Your girlfriend don't get passed around. This is wrong. Like, it's just wrong, wrong, wrong. Anyway, anyway, the whole point of the matter is, hold on. For those of you guys who are wondering when I'm doing my messages, I just got a text of, do I want a milkshake? No, I do not. Anyway. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to hydrate. Okay, so let's talk about Christian. Oh, Christian's case is still open. He hasn't settled. It's really sad that Diddy could get him all out of this, but he won't, and he refuses to. And I've heard, and this is speculation on my end, okay, with me talking to people, I've heard that the reason why Diddy didn't settle is because Diddy thought it would be more sympathetic and would make him look more innocent if everybody was facing charges, or if he had one of his kids facing charges with him. So it would look like, oh, these girls, these money grabbers are just out of control. Not only are they going in on Diddy, but they're even going in on his sweet son, Christian. Diddy thought it would be a better look for somebody also to be in hot water for him. So if he can prove, or not even prove that Christian is innocent, but the fact if Christian can elicit any public sympathy, then Diddy by proxy could use that public sentiment. Now, will it work? I honestly don't know. Should it work? I doubt it. Christian, because of his dad, I believe encouraging him, like, you got to just go out there. You can't let people know you're scared. So Christian is trying to make his daddy proud. Hence the way he put out a diss record to the feds. That's what made me look at Diddy like, do you even care about those kids? Or are you just a narcissist in hiding? Who would encourage your child, whether you're facing federal charges or not? Who would, but you're facing rape charges. Who would encourage their child who's facing rape charges to put out a diss record to the feds saying, yeah, you thought you got the evidence, but we hid it next door? What same person that gives a F about their children, their family, or anything, or their sanity, would encourage their child to do that? And it wasn't even a Not Like Us. He released it after Kendrick dropped Not Like Us, the catchiest song in the universe. You did this while Not Like Us and dropped your stupid Nepo Baby struggle raps in the middle of the best rap battle ever to diss the feds. What? In a corny manner? I don't know which is worse, that it was a trash song or that your dad advised you to do that. Then remember when they were also out and Justin was walking his girlfriend like, oh my God. And the paparazzi popped up and Quincy was like, yeah, acting all crazy, which you could tell Diddy was like, act this, act that way. And Christian was loving it, just cheesing. It's like, that boy is too dumb, naive, and Nepo Baby to realize, what are you doing? What if your dad actually had in my opinion, I could be wrong. Let me know respectfully if you think I'm wrong. If your dad had your best interest at heart, he wouldn't be doing all this mess with you. He wouldn't have you out there looking stupid. He wouldn't have you putting yourself in danger. He wouldn't have you trying to irk and get on the nerves and disrespect and humiliate Homeland Security investigations. One of the biggest, best, most powerful investigative units in America. And the Southern District of New York is ironclad, and they are not up for bribery or any funny business. They get the job done. Okay. Why would you encourage your son or anyone you love or care about to do that? All to run interference on the hopes of this court jester act that he's out here doing might in some way reflect on you, and you can use that to your advantage. I mean, look at Carisha. Is she with Diddy? I don't know. Watch the video I did. It pulled up receipts that looked like it was all PR, and she was even wearing a pendant to let him know that she's still like, listen to message. It was like basically like foreplay to let him know I'm still for you, baby, this and that. On top of that, who's paying Carisha? Her stylist, her team, all that stuff. I mean, it's none of my business, so whatever, but I just wonder. I just wonder. Listen, some people said that Christian can be saved not if he Cherish Jubilee said, I know it doesn't mean anything to you, but Princess Bunny Pie supports you and knows how amazing you are. Thank you, Princess Bunny Pie. I appreciate that. That means everything to me. Don't say that. I know it doesn't mean anything to you. It does mean the world. Thank you so much. Here's my thing. Y'all talking about Christian can be saved? Maybe, but he's going to have to be deprogrammed from us. First of all, whatever he did, he's going to have to be held accountable. After he's held accountable, there's always redemption. I don't believe there's redemption for Diddy, but for Christian, because he's young, he needs to be deprogrammed. But how do you get deprogrammed off of everything and everything, one that you've ever known, every interaction you've ever known, even what society tells you? How do you get deprogrammed from that? I think you would have to put in a lot of work. I mean, a lot of work to deprogram yourself. I just think that type of deprogramming, for you to push away everything you have ever known or thought to be true, I don't know about that. I don't know if Christians capable of it. I think most humans aren't capable of it. The way we cling to what we know, because it is, we exist based off of who we think we are in our reality. It's the hardest thing. People that go to therapy for years, people even get into psychedelics to deconstruct and destroy the self, in order for the false self, in order for the true self to actually be revealed. It's heavy spiritual work. It's heavy therapy. It's heavy whatever you want to call it. I just don't know Christian will do it. But you know what? If he wants to survive, I guess he's going to have to, right? I guess he's just going to have to. I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm saying that he's going to have to want to do it. Okay? But I think about what's going to happen to Diddy right now, and I think that's the closest thing we're going to have to full deconstruction, right? At the end of the day. Again, okay, you know what, Mick? I'm going to hurt you. Mick said, is it Mick or Mike? Empower said, Diddy got an overbite and Christian got an underbite. Is that God playing a joke? Diddy got an overbite and Christian got an underbite. God, what are you playing at? Your arms too short to box with God. Mick got jokes. 530 Jackpot said that 100 went a long way. Paul Harrison for president. Listen. And Sonia said, I'm late. I was cleaning. I'm 51, but it was a rumor. I want to say late 90s, early 2000. He hung her over the balcony. See, here's the thing that people don't know. Thank you so much, Solanda, England. Thank you so much for Solanda. Yeah, Solanda. Thank you so much for saying that. A lot of these things, I swear to God, when you look at that and then you go to Lipstick Alley you look and realize that the feds literally went through Lipstick Alley and tried to confirm everything they did. And fortunately, a lot of things that were on, because when I first heard about this, I started like going to all the blogs, not these blogs. I started looking into blog archives. There's a blog called Diary of a Hollywood Street King, That Grape Juice. Go there and put Diddy in the search engine. This mess was coming up in 2011, 2012, 2010, 2000. Like, I'm talking about those blogs that were like before the internet exists. Well, okay, that's not fair. The internet existed then, but you know what I'm saying? Before Instagram and TikTok and all that existed. They've been keeping up with this forever. Paul Harrison said, off the subject, Tisa, am I the only one that is bothered by a grown black man like Meek Mills to be hopping around like a rabbit on the video at the request of another man from another culture? Let me tell you something, Paul. I actually might go live after this to talk about the Meek Mill situation. If not, I'll go live first thing tomorrow morning because I'm about to light up Jay-Z in a separate live and Meek Mills. I pulled up receipts and tapes. I will say one thing. Meek Mills is pathetic. He is disgusting. He has officially submitted his resignation letter as a black male in America. We receive your resignation letter and we take it. He's letting us know that he's resigned or he wants to resign. We can't fire him. He quits. Meek Mills is a disgusting person. And this is my opinion, a degenerate. And I pulled up the receipts. And since Meek, we were trying to let his dumb, slow, goofy ass go. But you know what, Meek, let's also talk about you and Diddy. Let's also talk about, since you want to talk about black people pulling you down, baby, we going to pull you down to the pits of hell. How about that? How about that? Talk about literally running interference for Mike Rubin, talking about something he ain't eat. What did he say? Me get on my damn nerves. Anyway, y'all, that's for a different live. Also, you guys, make sure you subscribe. Here, put it like this, right? Because I do have to go. I'll try to wait really quick in the comments. Put one in the comments if you guys think I should go live for 30 minutes after this, or if I should have 2 lives tomorrow morning during working hours. Okay, so 1 if you think I should go live. It's kind of late. Oh, it's 11:30. Okay, how about this? Should I go live tomorrow during working hours, like 1 at 12 or 1 and 1 at 3? Or should I just make these into like 10-minute videos? Because I want to light Meek up and Jay-Z, but it's gonna have to be 2 separate videos because I got too much to say. So 1, if you want 2 lives tomorrow, I got receipts. It's good and it's funny. 2 lives tomorrow, or 2 if you just want the videos tomorrow and not the lives. Pick 3 if you want the videos and the lives. To make a little condensed. I know I'm always going to say I do condense. And also, can you guys please hit that subscribe button if you're watching this on playback? Yes, my begging ASS is back. I am trying to grow. I'm not too proud to beg. You guys can always subscribe and then just unfollow me if you feel like being cruel, but please. Oh, also, subscribe. But more importantly, if you do want those lives, make sure you hit notifications. I am going to go live tomorrow 2 times. I promise you, Paul, I will do a Paul Harrison special. I promise you, I'll go live 2 times tomorrow. One's going to be around 1, 3. Y'all know how I am with time, but turn your notifications on because I'm about to light them up and I have some really, really, really good receipts. I lie to you not, right? John Edmond said, Tisa Matthew. Jolanda, England. Thank you for becoming Solanda. Thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Woo! You are the youngest member at the Couch House. Okay, what are y'all saying in the comments? Did you guys subscribe also tomorrow morning? Okay, so you guys who said Paul Harrison for president? 530 Jackpot said Paul Harrison for president. 3. Okay, I see a lot of 3s. I see a lot of 1. Let's see. Who else do we have? Okay. Oh, Michael Renson. Okay, 3. Damn it, Donna. You want 3 too? You know what? I'll do that. I'm gonna start making my lives into 10-minute videos just for the people that like short content so they can do this. So they can do it. Okay, we can do 3. What's up, Anthony Buchanan? How are you doing? Fran won at 1. Who did? Ann, did you vote for anybody? I don't see your vote. Sweet Angie, you want 1. Okay, yes. Rachel Jones said, oh, so tomorrow must be the day. You guys, turn your notifications on. We'll do 2 lives. We're going to light them up. And just to let you know, I don't want to overspeak. I don't want to overspeak. But I might even be getting more information about Diddy and the grand jury. Again, you guys have to understand, I've been hearing a lot of stuff. The stuff I do share, I want to make sure it does not in any way, even have any way it can interfere with justice being brought down on Diddy. I know I love bringing you guys the tea. I know I love running and telling stuff. Y'all know me. I was a little tattletale as a kid. Mommy. And ain't nothing changed. I'd be that person, like I said, watching and being like, that ain't her husband. And she ain't get an Amazon Prime delivery at 7:38 in the morning, right? So I literally am always nosy, but I do want to make sure that whatever I say, not even just for the sake of entertainment, that it doesn't interfere with anything that's going. Because I think we all want Diddy to be held accountable. Okay, we all want Diddy to be held accountable. I see a lot of 3s, right? Oh, hold on. John Edmonds said, Tisa, I'm talking about Matthew Perry. Did you see? Yes, I did a video about Matthew Perry, about two of his doctors and 2 of his personal assistants got arrested, and the supplier. I did say that listen, as much as people are saying, oh, the powers that be that run Hollywood, we have to admit, even from these arrests, it sent shockwaves through the handlers of Hollywood, letting them know that if something happens to their clients, they will be held accountable. These handlers, these personal assistants, these boyfriends, girlfriends, licensed doctors that are these licensed doctors that are literally profiting and eating off of them like little parasites and don't care even if the host dies, like the way because smart parasites make sure the host can stay alive. Something's going on. I don't know if it's because of the elections. Something is going on where whoever were the powers that be, they are losing their hold. Even the police are saying, we will now. That threatens the whole Hollywood ecosystem. That handlers can now be charged with handlers, agents, doctors who traditionally and dentists who hide behind their licenses, assistants. What I just said, what they talk. They can literally do life in jail now. Do you know how the Hollywood ecosystem is shaking right now? People are saying, I did a thing. People are saying that Ye's people are about to go down next, right? We'll see if this happens. But forget about Ye. This affects almost every person in Hollywood. There's something that's going on with the power structure. Maybe it's a power vacuum. I don't know, but there's something new and going on. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Okay, so it looks okay. So I'm definitely going live. Turn your notifications on really quick. I do want to say, so Mo San, thank you so much for becoming a member. And John Emmets, thank you so much for the super chat. John Edmonds was like, Tisa, Matthew, and I'm like, don't know. Anyway, thank you. Mo San, thank you so much for becoming a member. And let me make a shout out to Cheryl Chapman, Jean Martin, of course, Paul Harrison, Angela Naranjo, Valentine TV, Mixed Chick Samantha, Auntie Penelope Rim. Thank you so much for modding. And B, thank you for being the best mod in the world too. Valentine TV, P, Cherries Jubilee, Princess Bunny Pie, Paul Harrison again, of course, John Edmonds, Solanda England, Eglin, John Edmonds again, and of course, Mo San. Thank you so much, everybody. That super chatted me. So listen, going live, turn the notifications on. I got some receipts on Jay-Z. I got some receipts on Meek. It's going to be 2 separate lives. We're going to light them up, especially Meek Mills. He is disgusting. You know what I will once say? There ain't nothing in the world like a traitor. Because You know those people, Mick Mills is one of those people where it's like people that lack dignity. They will come and screw everybody in the room over and then try to come back like it didn't happen. Yo, what's up? How you doing? Trying to be all cool. You're disgusting. I actually hate those people more than evil people, because at least evil people, I know what time they're on. And somebody's a vamp, I know what time you're on. I know what I need to do. But those people that are wishy-washy, you want some demon time. Oh, also, Chocolate Bedelia. What's up, girl? Chocolate Bedelia, I want to thank you so much. It's your anniversary, Chocolate. Chocolate Bedelia, thank you so much for being a YouTube member so long. Oh, also, you guys, I forgot. You guys, make sure you show love for Chocolate Bedelia, B, and also Rim. They are the best mods in the world. You guys always look out for me. I appreciate you guys. And Chocolate Bedelia, thank you so much for even taking your time and helping me moderate. I know you always got my back, girl. I really, really appreciate you guys. Show love to BEA, Chocolate Bedelia, and of course, Rim, for always keeping this a really safe space where we can talk, okay? Anyway, I'll see you guys live tomorrow. Can you hit that like button if you haven't already, and hit that subscribe button? Yes, I am begging like I don't have any shame, but at the end of the day, you know, we got to do what we got to do to grow this channel. All right. I love doing this, and I want to do this for a lot longer. And with your help, I can. All you have to do is donate. I know I sound like this is the last thing I'm going to say. I sound like those people, you know how like when they're asking for the puppies, when they show you a puppy like hobbling away and you hear, in the arms of an angel, far away from here in the cold, and you just like start quivering and thinking about everything that's bad that's ever happened to you in your life and wanting to adopt every puppy, kitten, hamster they show in the commercial. Don't make me come here and start doing an in the arms of an angel montage for Tisa Tells and my channel. Only you gonna see my little struggle mic. In the arms of an angel. You're going to see my struggle mic. You're going to see a blurry screen. You're going to see like my plant falling over dead. Please help support Tisa's channel. Don't make me start asking for a sympathy thing. Oh, Monica Sherry said, hey, Tisa, 3, please. Listen, I got you guys. You guys were so patient with me actually being on vacation all this time and kind of slowing down my workload for summer. You guys have my word. You're going to get the live, turn on your notifications, right? So you get notified where they are. You're going to get the videos, okay? The little summer. I'll actually make the videos before I go live, and then I'll go live, and then I'll drop the videos a little bit later, okay? So you're going to get that, all right? You're going to get that. All right, so where are we at? Oh, also, Queen Bunny, thank you. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Queen Beemore said, congratulations on your growth, Tisa. Thank you, Queen Beemore. Listen, we got a long way to go. Ain't nothing changed. Still horrible editing. The audio sounds better. I just figured out I can use my cables. But listen, this is organic growth. And this is what organic growth looks like. This is what organic growth looks like. Okay, let's have it. This is what organic growth looks for. All right, so we'll do that. We will do that. Okay. We will do that. Listen, much love to everybody. Love and hug who you can, and make sure you protect the people around you, because like you said, they're like, this is some weird times and things are being shaken up, but like, enjoy life, love who you can. It is what time? It is Thursday. Listen, have that extra bowl of ice cream, watch that TV, do something that makes you feel good. All right, it's 2024. We didn't come this far to come this far. All right, you guys, listen. Let me know. Oh, 5:30 jackpot. Before you go, thank you so much for listen. Thank you so much for the super chat. But you guys also, thank you so much for riding with me. And listen, don't worry about anything because we good over here. All right. Let me know what you think in the channel. in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Notifications, subscribe. 2 lives tomorrow. I promise y'all. Okay? You have my word. You have my word. I'll do it first thing in the morning before I get up and start going by the pool and getting lunch. Because once I sit by the pool, then go, because this is the last thing I'm going to say. I be swearing. And thanks for being so patient with me while I try to get like a little bit of the summer sun, right? I be swearing like, okay, so I'm just going to go by the pool for a little bit and then I'm going to go walk and get some lunch. And it's fine. I'll be back. I be swearing I'm going to do it. But then something happens when the food comes to the table and then I order more food and then we start laughing and joking. And then y'all know I don't drink, right? Not because of anything, just because my hyper self, it's no big deal. But when I drink, it's like, I want to keep the party good. I'm a silly, silly, silly person when I drink. And I be wanting the party to go for 24 hours. Come on, let's go do this. I want to go play pranks. I want to laugh at people. I want to clown people. I want to sit there and spill all the gossip. Oh, you ain't know? You ain't know? And guess what else? Because, I like when I tell my friends stuff they don't know. And they're just like, oh, I like when I hear that gasp. And I'm like, oh, you ain't know? Come here. So then, we telling stories, then we got to get up and dance and all this stuff. But when I go to lunch, I'll be like, yo, I'm swearing I'm going to go back and go to work. But something about that summer sun and that food in my belly. And then I'm like, you know what? I should probably walk this off. Then I see an ice cream shop. Y'all know how it is. Basically, I'm that person. If they ever let me leave work on a lunch break, I ain't coming back. Y'all see me tomorrow morning. So I'm going to do all the work before I leave for lunch. I'm just going to have a late lunch or an early dinner. All right. I'm that person that don't let me lunch break because I'm not coming back. I don't care if I got to say I fell into a pothole. I'm not coming back. So when I say, you guys, I'll be back on, and then I go to get some food, yeah, that's curtain. So I'm going to start being more self-aware and know that I'm going to do these 2 lives before I go break bread. Okay? Before I break. Okay? So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Let me make sure I got all the super chats. All right. And really quick before I go, Cheryl Chapman, D. Martin, Paul Harrison, Angela, Naranjo. We got Valentine TV, Mixed Chip Samantha, Auntie Penelope, Rim, B, and Chocolate Padilla, Valentine TV, P, Cherry's Jubilee, Paul Harrison's again, of course, John Edmonds, Solange England, John Edmonds again. Thank you so much. Mosan, Monica, Sherry, I got you, girl. We're going to do all 3. We're going to have a special Paul Harrison live, Queen Beemore, and 5:30 jackpots. Y'all thank Paul. Because listen, Paul, if you're going to keep being generous to me, I'm going to have to put in the work. So we're going to have some Paul Harrison lives. All right. Talk to y'all later. Wait, Mike Wren said it's 4 doctors and Matthew Perry now? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Wow. Okay, I'll do a video about that too. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, guys. Oh, yeah, subscribe. Hit the like.